Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, September 6th. I am having a horrible time getting this video out this morning. I was going to do it while I was getting ready for work this morning, and that didn't work out very good, so I'll just do it here. Anyway, today's my first day back to work after having 4 days off. I feel like a new woman. I swear to God, I had no idea how bad I needed a break. Normally after 3 days, like if I have a 3-day weekend, I have sat around and done nothing and recharged. And I am usually so ready to go back to work to talk to people that I can't see straight. And this situation is not the same. I feel like I could have another day or two off because I thoroughly enjoyed being in the new space. I'm not unpacking. I am relaxing. I am going for walks and recharging. So I definitely feel like I'm back on the path of being me. At least I'm headed the right direction. So my friend Nicole came over last night, and it was the first time she had been here since I moved in. So she was my first true guest. I'm not counting the two that helped me move, although they did see it first. They did not see it in its place. And she was here, I don't know, five hours or so, and we talked and we talked and we talked and she didn't leave until 9:30. Well, if you guys know me very well, you know I'm usually in bed between 8 and 8:30, and then I couldn't go to sleep because I was still a little wound up. But anyway, one of the subjects that we got on that I would like to share with you is she was talking about some information that she got from her hairdresser, who has some wealthy clientele or family members that had homes in Maui. And some of the information that was coming back to her from them about the water being shut off so people couldn't like spray down their houses and protect them, being locked in so they couldn't get out. There was just a lot of discussion about that. And I asked her if she, we were talking about the direct energy weapons, and I asked her if she had ever heard of those before until now, and she said no. Well, her husband was in the military, so I was a little surprised that she had never heard of those before, although I think she knew there were lasers out there, and I think she didn't realize the power of them and how harmful they could be if they were used in the wrong way. So I pulled up Phil Godlewski's video that he had done where he was showing different pictures of the blue stuff and like the pictures of the plane with the bubble on the front. And I was trying to find the part of the video where he was showing the white streaks coming down from the sky. I mean, it like looked like some sort of a alien movie. And then things catching on fire. So anyway, I pulled that up so I could show her some of the stuff that he had talked about in there, because I thought she'd be interested in seeing that. She's heard me talk about Phil before. I get him up on the screen and she goes, that's Phil Godlewski? And I was like, yeah. I didn't realize she had never seen him before. And she goes, that is not what I was picturing. She goes, this guy is young. And I was like, yeah. And she goes, I pictured like an old, bald, fat guy. So she was very surprised at how young he was. And we kind of talked about, how he's always saying, you guys don't know who I am. And so I explained a little bit of his background, and I realized he is very controversial. I realize that there are a lot of people that don't trust him. And again, I'm going to say this, I've done this before, but one of the reasons he has my attention is because he is the one person that kept saying, do not get the vaccine. They are going to change the mandatory laws. They're not going to make it mandatory. You're not going to have that. And they're going to do it. They're going to, we're going to find that out right before they change those laws. And he was right. He was absolutely right about that. And several people in my office held out, and then they ended up getting those things right before the mandatory laws didn't go into place. And I was like the only one that held true because I was listening to what he said. So he has value for me. I also joined Q. I find value in Q, and I know a lot of people are still frustrated with that right now. But anyway, long story short, we had a really, really good time. And I also talked to my friend Mickey yesterday, and I got my transact card in the mail yesterday. So now I could buy stuff offline because I had activated it. So right now I have almost 1,000 Z-Bucks of spendable money sitting in an account at the moment. But now I can use this if I go to the gas station. I can slide this if I go to the grocery store, wherever I may or may not use cash. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of cash at the moment because I ended up using all of that to get into this apartment and for the movers and everything. So I'm going to have to build that back up. But I cannot wait until November when we can when all the other benefits go in. And this is one of the things that I know is coming. And this is one of the reasons I'm excited about this card is not only, it's different than anything that I've ever seen. It's not like your typical bank where they charge you, $7.50 a month if you don't have a direct deposit. This is all about giving us little peons benefits. And one of the things that they have coming up, and it's like the saving part of it is, and I haven't looked into the details, I'm just now kind of figuring out how to get online and where to find all the information at. And frankly, I didn't spend a lot of time on it over the last 4 days because I was relaxing. And but there is one thing that's coming in November where they round up, like let's say you get gas, $36.50. They round it up to the next dollar, and that roundup goes into a savings account for you in this transact card. I'm like, I think that's an excellent idea. That is, that is money that you will never miss. Maybe one time it's 5 cents that goes into it. Maybe one time it is 3 cents. Maybe it's 50 cents, 75 cents, whatever the case is. Let's say you use your card on a weekend and you go to the grocery store and you get gas and you buy your kids this or that or whatever. Maybe you end up with $3 and maybe you do that several times a week. That's going to accumulate pretty fast. I think that is a great way to save money, and that's all I know about it right at the moment. More coming as I learn everything, but I honestly, I'm having a very hard struggle selling health stuff. doTERRA oils are not selling right now because it's kind of like, people are having a hard time buying groceries. And I am excited about this card because it costs $25 to get a membership, and then you start accumulating money, period, to use on things that you can use. And it's not like buying something that's going to change your life in the health field when you can't afford to buy groceries right now, or you're having a hard time buying gas or whatever. So I feel like this whole concept is something that people can use right now, because finances for a lot of people are broken. That was one of the comments that when I was talking to Mickey yesterday, I started out and I said, I'm really embarrassed to say this. And she's like, it's okay. And I'm like going, I'm really embarrassed to say that my finances are not in a better place at this age that I am at. And she shared that she has the same struggles, and explained why. It's just everybody's got, I think, I'm like, not everybody, I should not say that. Everybody is not broke. Everybody does not have financial problems. But I do believe the majority of the people have felt this whole inflation, this whole thing from the last 3 years has really hit people in their pocketbooks. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that are losing sleep at night because they're struggling with trying to figure out how they're going to pay their bills, how they're going to, I'm like, school just started. I can't even imagine the amount of money parents are spending on children right now to get them into school for all the crap that they have that is not necessary. I don't know. I don't have kids. Maybe you guys can share that. So I feel like the financial hardships right now is where I want to help people focus, because that's where I feel my system is most broken, is in the financial sector. And, I'm like, I don't know how to get ahead. And I had this conversation with one of the girls at the office the other day. I said, I don't know how to get myself ahead and get out of this hole as long as I'm working at the title company. And let me say, I don't hate working there. I enjoy my work there most days. But I come home a lot of times and I am physically and emotionally exhausted. I have talked to 100 people on the phone. I am ordering people around and telling them this, and I've got people showing up at the last minute that weren't there. I mean, I am like going like this all day long sometimes. And when I come home, my brain is fried. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody. Same thing on the weekends. The weekends are generally how I recharge. It's not like that all the time, but I was like, I don't know how in the world I'm supposed to sell some product when I don't want to talk to anybody, and I don't have the energy. And I think that this transact card is something that I can do on social media, and I can definitely see the benefits for me personally hitting me in a good way in my pocketbook. And I want to share that with you guys that are feeling the pain in your pocketbook. So anyway, again, as I learn more, I will share more, but everything that I see at the moment, I am super excited about. So I'm going to get to work and to my real job, and I will chat at you later. But again, I am feeling mentally, I am feeling so much better. Physically, I am feeling better than I have in months. And I'm like, it's about time. I'm like, seriously, I was beginning to think that I was sick there for a while because I could not get the physical energy up to do anything extra. So anyway, that's it. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.